Hi everyone, I'm back from the World Championships. It did not go how I'd hoped, but there's always next time. This was a really interesting hand that I played in the round robin against China Hong Kong. I started with this south hand. I opened 1 no trump, and Warren with that north 9 point hand, Texas transferred me to 4 hearts. So my opponent, before they made this spade lead, they thought for a really, really long time, and that ends up being a pretty important clue to me on this hand about how to play the hand. So they've led a spade, and at first glance, when I'm counting my losers, I can see that I have no losers in clubs and I have no losers in diamonds. The spades, now that they've led the spade suit, I'm gonna have 2 losers set up. I can see that there's potential to get rid of the spade losers, possibly with my queen of clubs, could maybe throw one of those spades from dummy. Uh, and then I also have a potential third diamond trick that I might use to get rid of a spade from dummy. But then there's also the heart suit. The heart suit, I for sure am going to lose the ace and the king. The problem is this heart suit is very likely to lose a third trick. The way I'm planning to play this heart suit, when if everything else, forget everything else about the hand, but just looking at the hearts, is my plan to play the heart suit is I'm going to go to that queen sixth hand and I'm going to lead a low one from the dummy, and East is probably going to play second hand low, and then I'm going to put up the jack. Wes is going to win the king, and then the next time around when I go to play hearts, I'm going to play a heart, and I'm kind of expecting the ace king of hearts to be split between the 2 hands. So my plan will probably to play the 4 of hearts, have it go low, and just play low from dummy, and hope that East started with ace doubleton or king doubleton. I could play for West to have both the ace king, in which case I could play to my jack first and lead up towards the queen. And if they play low, putting up the queen, that's possible. But it's more likely that the heart honors are split. And if they're split and East has a doubleton honor, I might be able to hold the hearts to 2 losers. The problem is that's very unlikely. It's very unlikely that I'm only going to lose 2 heart tricks. So now I'm in this. I have to look at this hand and kind of narrow it down. I have 2 potential spade losers and 3 potential heart losers. So I can see that one of my spade losers I can get rid of on the queen of clubs. But if I lose 1 spade and 3 hearts, then I'm still down. So I see this other opportunity here. I can take a diamond finesse, a diamond to the jack, and if that wins, then I'll be able to use the ace king of diamonds to throw away 1 spade and queen of clubs to throw away another spade, and then I don't even care if I lose 3 hearts. That's no big deal at all, because then I will have lost no spades. So I have to decide how I'm going to play this hand. So I'm not sure. The problem is that if I take a diamond finesse right now and the queen is offside, I'm gonna lose the queen to diamonds. I'm gonna lose the spade and another spade and the ace king hearts. I might even go 3 down if I take the diamond finesse. If I'm deciding to take the diamond finesse, I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, and if the diamond's onside, I'm gonna make it, and if it's off, I'm gonna go down a bunch. Now, back to the guy thinking on opening lead. So he thought for a really long time before making an opening lead. So I'm looking at my 3 suits, like, what is he thinking about? What's he thinking between? And so I'm thinking that he's got an honor in spades. He's got an like if he had nothing in diamonds, he's chosen to lead from an honor in spades. So if he had nothing in diamonds and nothing in clubs and an honor in spades, I don't think it would have taken him that long to decide what to lead. To me, it felt like he had no good leads. So I was really feeling like the chances were that he had the queen of diamonds. I really wish he would have led a diamond. That would have made my life a lot easier, and that's what happened actually at a lot of tables. They led a diamond, and then it's a really, really easy hand to make because I'll be able to throw away both spades easily. But I have to decide whether I want to take that diamond finesse. So what I decided to do was I decided to play some cards and see how the opponent's carded. So by the way, they led the 4 of spades, and the first thing I did was I asked them, or I looked at their convention card to find out what their carding was, and their leads, and it turns out their leads were 3rd and 5th. So what that means is that 4 of spades, I can see that's the lowest card. So I know that West has led either from a 3-card spade suit or a 5-card spade suit, because when you play 3rd and 5th, you would lead third. If you had 4 of them, you would lead third. You wouldn't lead your lowest one. So I know West probably has exactly 3 spades. They might have 5, but they probably have 3. So It was tennis. I played the ten of spades from the dummy to hope to. I wanted East to play an honor for me because I thought maybe I could get more information about what was going on in the spade suit. Like, yeah, if East played the queen of spades, that might have helped me know that West had led from the king. But then they played the jack. That didn't really help me. Now, when they played the jack, I figured it was queen jack or king jack because I don't think they led low from the king queen. So I won the ace of spades and I played a club, and my left hand opponent played the 10, and I won the ace, and my right hand opponent played the 3. Now, my opponents were playing upside down carding, and just the way I perceived it when I saw these two cards, it looked like they were both giving me honest count. Now, when you play upside down carding, the 10 would show an odd number and the 3 would show an even number. So I'm starting to piece together this hand and decide. I have to decide whether East has honor in one heart. I have two ways to play this hand. I'm either gonna finesse the diamond to make the contract, or I'm gonna hope to only lose 2 hearts to make the contract. And if we remember, the only way I'm gonna only lose 2 hearts, I'm gonna play is by leading a low heart from the dummy and having East have king doubleton or ace doubleton. So far, I think West has 3 spades and 3 clubs. Now I played a diamond up, and now this time my right hand opponent played the 10 and my left hand opponent played the 3. So if they're giving me honest count, then it's starting to look like my left hand opponent had 3 spades, 3 clubs, and now 4 diamonds. Now it's looking like my left-hand opponent has 3 hearts. And that is exactly the number that I needed them to have in order to make my contract. So if West has 3 hearts, then that's exactly what I need. I'm going to lead a low heart from the dummy. That's what I was hoping for. So at this point, I have to decide now. I'm going to play a club to dummy, and they've continued with their count cards. They just played their low ones. Now I let a diamond from dummy, and this is the moment of truth. So now I have to piece this hand together and decide, do I want to finesse this diamond as a way to get rid of both my spade losers and just concede 3 hearts, or do I trust their count on this hand and do I say forget the diamond finesse? And not only does it, so when I finally made this decision, it wasn't just their count, it was also the fact that West took a long time on opening lead. It felt like he had a few leads he might have made and chose to make a spade, and the best lead for him. But so if I had a feeling that he had the queen of diamonds, and so once I got all this other information of the opponent's count, and I could piece it together, and it really looked like it was going to be exactly what I was the shape that I needed to be, with West having 3 spades, 3 hearts, 4 diamonds, and 3 clubs. I decided now to go up with the king of diamonds, cash my queen of clubs, throwing away a spade. Now, I'm not done here because I still have a little bit of risk because West has 4 diamonds. So if I buy I need to make sure that I rough the right card to dummy, because if I rough a diamond now to dummy, what's going to happen is I'll play a heart to my jack, but now West will be able to win it and play a last diamond, and they'll actually get an extra trump trick. So at this point, I played my last club, and they roughed in with the 9 of hearts, but there was actually nothing that they could do at this point. I now just started playing trumps, and they played the king of hearts, and they took their spade, played a spade, and finally I got to lead another trump, and they were breaking. So if you take a look at the whole hand, you can see that East had exactly what I was hoping them to have. They had king 10 doubleton of hearts. So I'm just going to back up to play a few tricks here. I'm going to show you my hand. Let's go back and watch it through. So I started I'm going all the way back here, sorry. So they led the spade 10. They made a good play of playing the jack of spades there, you see, just to hide the spades. If they played the king, I would have known they led from the queen of spades, and that would have made it even more, I feel like, more likely that they had the queen of diamonds. You can see West's opening lead problem. They weren't sure what to lead from. They had a queen of spades to lead from, the queen of diamonds to lead from, or the 10 of clubs to lead from. They had a tough one, and they eventually decided to lead that short spade. So I won the ace, and you can see they gave me honest count with the 10 of clubs, showing me an odd number, and then they both gave me honest count in the diamonds, showing me even on my left, And finally, I played a club to the dummy, and I made my decision here, and I played the queen of clubs, throwing away a spade. And now, I just at this point I was believing what I believe. So even if he didn't, let me just switch this around. Even if he didn't ruff here, let's watch what happens if he doesn't ruff. If he doesn't ruff, I'm gonna ruff this spade, this club, and lead a heart. And you can see that what is West supposed to do? If West goes up with the king, it doesn't matter. So West plays the 10, it goes Jack, and they go Ace, and there's just really nothing that they can do. If they play back a diamond, if they cash the spade first, and then they can play a diamond, and I can ruff it. But you can see that what ends up happening here is I lead a low trump from dummy. They win the king, and you can see that I'll eventually be able to use the queen to draw the 9. It's a pretty complicated hand, but it's amazing how just trusting your opponent's count, especially when they both give you honest signals. Like when I let a diamond up, I know the opponents have 7 of them. One of them showed an even number, one of them showed an odd number, so that feels honest. And same thing with the clubs. When I played it a club up, one of them showed an odd number, one of them showed an even number, and they had 7, so that's what you would expect. So I just kind of went with it and believed it. And the moral of the story is don't give your opponents too much count in situations where it's not going to help your partner. Be careful about giving count because declarers are going to read it. Thanks. I've got more hands to come. This one was definitely on the higher end of difficulty, but there's some interesting points and things to come, and I will speak to you guys soon.